Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our YouTube station for the Bling Bling Jam. And today it is Monday, and we have here no other than Blanca, who's been with the Bling Bling Jam for like the last 8 years, believe it or not. She comes back by popular demand,
Oh,
and she's been teaching for us for the last several years, and it's been great. And I just want you guys to get to know her. She's in Los Angeles, and she's a decorator. And when I first found out about Blanca, she was introduced to me by a guy named Steve Mayhew. At the time, he was working for Conwin, and he had told me that she had taught for him and suggested that this is somebody I want to get to know, and he was absolutely correct. So I always thank him for that. And with that said, she has a great business in Los Angeles. Like I said, she's a decorator or now a deco twister, as she's learning more how to twist as well and adding on those embellishments and doing great. And she's very much part of our Bling Bling Jam family. We a lot of times have her doing our backdrop. She does a great backdrop with Sharon. They both help with that and teaching as well. So anyway, before I get to all that, what's going to happen at Bling Bling Jam, I want her to say a few words and introduce her. And so if you know her, you'll know a little bit more about her. If you don't know her, well, now you'll know who she is. And Blanca, love you to tell everybody about your LA Balloon events, how you started your business, like what year, how long you've been doing it, and a little bit more about you.
okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Blanca, to the ones who don't know me. I am based in Los Angeles, California. My business is LA Balloon Events, and I'm actually home based. And it's not a hobby, it's a real legit business, but I just work from my home. So yes, that's who I am.
And how long have you been in the business, Blanca?
Oh, Jesus. Well, doing balloons, I got into it in 2005. Prior to that, I was doing decorating just parties for friends and family for free.
Sure.
And then I discovered the artistry of balloons just because I was curious, how to do a balloon arch. And that's how I came into it. Then I discovered like it's not just doing one balloon or three balloons and you have a party. It was like, my gosh, you can create so many things with balloons. And before I thought it was only two types of balloons, foils and rounds. That's it. So when I started attending classes, I realized that, hey, they have these skinny long balloons. What are they called? So I discovered like there were so many different sizes and they had names to them, and the stuff that you can create was like, wow. Even today, I'm still wow about it. But so that's how I kind of got more into it. And as I discover, it was just like a whole new world to me. And I found my niche. And I decided to get involved more with balloons and start my business, um, you know, just creating and just showing what I can do with my art.
Oh, that's awesome. Tell us a little bit about your teaching career. And also, I know you were the president of the Latina QBN and teaching for Colin. What came first?
Well, I'm not only the president, also one of the co-founders of the QBN
Co-founders.
Latina.
Yeah. Yes.
Um, and we had a purpose during that time. That's still going on, but I'm no longer there.
Yes.
Um, so first I was at Conwin, and then from there I kind of went on my own.
Yeah. How long did you teach for Colin for?
Um, I started teaching there, I think I 2000 and I want to say 2010. I don't
Okay.
remember. It's
I know you and
into
Brian taught for them. Yeah. Brian is our
Yeah, until
teacher.
their
Yeah.
closing time. But yes, and I've been teaching the different little, classes here and there.
Yes.
Especially Bling Jam is one of my
Right.
go-to. So thank you for having me every year.
Oh, and we appreciate you too to be there. Awesome. You're welcome. So, okay, great. So you have some interesting backing behind you of experience and stuff. And also, I know you come from a business background as well. So I know you are definitely somebody who is not showing off out there, but you're
Mm.
actually making money with your business too. So that's another reason why we love to have you at the Bling Bling Jam, because we like to make sure that whatever happens in Vegas doesn't stay there, and that we all take it home and we all share, because we all live a life of abundance and want to share some of those things with people. You're definitely part of that, Blanca, on practicality, and we so appreciate that. So anything else you want to add on your balloon career, as to, because you when you teach, you give a lot of common sense things, and I think that's always really great. You know, nothing against organic. There's a purpose for it, as we talked about before, but you also do a lot of practical things that are also going to make you money but look good. Is there anything else you want to add to that for
Well,
people to
I
hear?
think that when we start doing, when I, well, I'm gonna speak for myself. When I started venturing into balloons, I just bought whoever, if I saw someone buying that, then I need it. If someone had it, I wanted it. And it's not the way to run the business really, because what works for you will not might work for me. So I think where my experience now, I kind of go, I want to teach the newcomers, like, you don't need to buy all these things. All you need, because what, twisters have a different, they have line work, so they different tools you guys need. As decorators, yes, we need a whole thing of tools, but you could also work with two things, good machine and good balloons and good personality. And that's how it's gonna, get yourself out there. But I did not know back in the days. I kind of started, like, I went from working high, like high, to working low, because I thought, if I want to do it all, like I want to go big. And then I realized I need my basics. And so not having the basics, I ended up coming kind of, instead of moving forward with the business or making a girl, I might say, it kind of took me, set me down, because now I have to learn how to do the basics. And because I didn't know how to rig certain things, I didn't know I needed heavy weights for the outdoors. I thought a little water weights was gonna work outdoors. So all those things they don't teach us, but we don't know, we don't know, because if you don't take classes, or you don't go, you don't participate in conventions, or you don't participate in around your community, or like you don't have this network of friends, you don't know what things are needed. So sometimes we overbuy, and we just kind of throw off all your budget that you probably earn, and then a gig, it just kind of goes out the door. So what I bring to the table is showing just tools that will make you business grow, or designs that are sellable, that yes, we can do this big giant thing, but if is it really making you money, or how many people do you need to create, to set up a big event, or what things you can work on yourself. I work for myself, so I know if I get a big job, I know that I need to hire, 2 or 3 people. So those things we kind of learn as we go, but it also help us attending conventions and knowing how other peers work when they have these big jobs. So I mean, I just really love just to learn that from others, because sometimes my mistakes, I don't see them, but I will see it, I will learn from their mistakes. So yeah.
That was well said, and thank you for that. It almost, we all start off like thinking big and then get to practicality. And sometimes we get so excited about the balloons, but
Yeah.
then when you see a clear picture like you have, Blanca, and you do, it's kind of like what our little saying was, not a joke, but we always say common sense sometimes is not too common. You just have to kind of
No.
think, in terms of like how to make your business work and just what sells and what makes sense, right? Uh,
Yeah,
to
yeah. I
survive,
mean,
right?
some people are afraid, like, okay, I mean, I didn't know I was going to be working by myself. I thought that each event I needed a huge crew, and no, you can work alone as long as you organize yourself and you time yourself well. You know the design that you're creating, you know how many product you need, all those things you need to work, before you get out there. Don't try to figure out, oh my gosh, I've made the mistake of miscounting balloons. Sometimes, like, a couple of weeks ago, I over inflated balloons because I wasn't taking the time to, what is it, count the product that I needed. I was just, I need this, I need that. And then sometimes, like, oh my gosh, now I have losses because I inflated balloons that I didn't need. So those things, it's important for us to kind of know before we get out there and don't make those mistakes.
Yeah, and again, we all are so appreciative of the balloon brands and companies that we need them. However, they're in the business of selling balloons. So there's been classes and things they've taught that really don't help you. There's a lot that do help you, but a lot that some that don't help you because they're teaching things or having people teach that you can't sell. You know what I'm saying? And that always drives me crazy as
Well, I
well.
think that we think that everything works for us. Like if I see people doing organics,
Right,
I think that I have to do organic because everybody's doing organic and that's what the
right.
money is. Yes, maybe that's what the money is, but if it doesn't work for you, do you make that money? Because in every area, you're pricing your organics differently. So maybe for me, it might not work. Maybe I'm losing money to making organics. Well, if I'm losing money making organics, maybe then I need to create something else. Maybe I'm making, like for me, columns are my moneymaker. So I don't even try to offer organics because organics sometimes you need different sizes. You need the 5 inch, you need, and then the larger, the medium. So it's just a lot of things involved that I just feel like with classical decor, it's just
Yeah.
one size, and maybe two color or four color, whatever you want to do your columns, then you're still making that money throughout the year. So
Yeah.
some things might not work for me, but it might work for somebody else. So I'm not saying don't do organic. I mean, organic is
Well,
great, but
right.
it's not something that I really like to offer. If they ask for it, they'll say, "I'm like, fine, I'll do it. You're gonna pay for it if you know what I'm asking for, perfect. But if you're not, then I'm just gonna persuade you to choose something else that's gonna be within your budget.
Oh, for sure. And you brought up another good point. Everything depends upon the area you live in and also the market that you're at, but also the markets and specific as to what you want to focus on, right? So there's all
Right.
those variables as well. It might be like, okay, well, you like to do bar mitzvahs, but you hate to do weddings. Or it might be that you like to do car dealerships, but you hate to do this. And so there's that. And
Yes.
then plus what you charge in LA, we can't charge in Boston. So everything's so
Yeah.
different, all
I think
around.
finding your target market, like where you're at. Sometimes maybe it's like if someone's selling the same thing, offer something different, set yourself apart from your competition. And I think this is where coming to the convention shows you that. You learn
Yeah.
like I can build, like I didn't know how to do twisting. Now I can look at the science and I can understand what goes into twisting and I could mimic it. I'm not a fast, like, everyone there, but I know if I need to do it, I can do it. And I show you one
Yeah.
of my designs that I did. Remember the Pelican that I sent you? I did
Yes.
like second try, my third try, but I did it and I was able to deliver it to my client. But
Yeah.
but I understand now that the concept. I have the idea of how to twisters do their
Yes.
cute little
A-
characters.
and thank you. You're segueing into my next stuff. We're a deco twisting event. We're the only deco twisting convention, like really deco twisting. Okay. And people like Blanca have come to the event and learned the embellishments and other things to add on, which
Yeah,
separates us
yeah,
from our competition. And then we have twisters who realize, especially after COVID, well, geez, if I want to do this full time, I may want to get into decor to add on. And you actually know more than a lot of decorators know. It's amazing.
yeah,
And it's just amazing how that works. So you brought up a good point, and that's what separates us, where we both kind of come together. But at the end of the day, like we said, it's not what happens in Vegas; it's what you bring back home to apply it. And I know Blanca, you're a total example of that. Since you've been to Bling Jam, it's like your eighth year, and
yeah. I know I've grown a lot.
yeah,
And then go
yeah,
like not the hide, right? The hide is still the same.
yeah. You were already good, but then you just got that much better.
No, but it really has helped me
Yeah.
like really like now I can offer anything. I feel like, oh, I can embellish this, I can embellish that. And it really turns it makes it look different. So that's why I feel like I still have my clientele, like my customers coming to me because I know I can design um pretty much anything within time reason, right? But so that really helps me out. And I really love just going to Bling and just learning from the pearls there, because I don't consider myself a pearl. I still consider
Oh,
myself like a
yes, you
baby
are. We're
boomer,
all yes, you are.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your classes at Bling this year. What you're gonna be doing? I go to the backdrop, which is sort of like an informal class. That you're gonna do the whole thing with our this year. It's our 10-year anniversary for folks that are
Yes.
watching. and we
Yeah, how
and it's,
exciting is that?
yeah, it's very exciting.
Congratulations, you did
Yes,
it.
yes, and well, it's all of us together combined. So thank you too, as we're all Bling Jam.
Yes.
When I looked it up, just a recap, it said online 10-year anniversary is called the aluminum year, and I was like, well, that's kind of sounds weird, aluminum like aluminum foil. I was like, I don't know what to do with that. So somebody suggested the balloonium year, and I tried. And people were like, I don't understand that. So
Yeah.
I found this disco dog, and I said, I don't know why. I just feel
Yeah,
like
I like that disco. It's so
yeah, we'll
cute.
use the
Who
disco
doesn't
dog.
like disco?
Yes, yes, and
I
you're gonna do a great backdrop, a disco themed backdrop, and disco
Yeah, that'll be on the
frame,
first day
and
on
then
Sunday, and it's
yeah,
always kind of nice. I think also you learn a lot by helping, you know. I think
hands
that's where you
on.
put your most skills because you if you don't understand how to tie a balloon, you're able to practice this without being pressured to do it. You know, I think you're more relaxed environment, so you will learn, you'll get it because we have more patience to like to show you how to assemble the backdrop and
Of course.
and it's the factor that we do, you can do it, you can use it everywhere, you can sell that, you can sell
Yes.
it, you can use it for your own events. I mean, it's like I said, it's a good backdrop to learn and make money out of that just by helping out. And
Yeah, for sure.
then
And that,
we
and that and
have
that's about 9 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. So if you guys want to help Blanca and Sharon, but also learn, it's like an informal class, just be there and
well,
be ready.
maybe about 10, because remember, I drive that
Yeah.
day. I almost leave,
You
but
want them having
okay.
coffee in them or something beforehand.
Yes, and we'll have coffee, definitely. Yeah,
No,
we'll
no,
talk
well,
about
they can get their
coffee.
own that morning. So yeah.
Yes. Yes. And also sponsoring the coffee. So don't
Yes.
forget that.
Yes.
Um,
So
so
excited about that.
yes. Um, so anyways, going back to my class. So this year I kind of wanted to do a little bit different. Instead of always do like the big stuff. This year I kind of wanted to keep it it's still like sellable because you can create something different and add your um cutesy little like twister designs in it and then deliver it. So this is different. You're adding a little extra touch of the things that
It's
you do.
beautiful.
And I think that's gonna also help you grow, like you set yourself apart from the for your competition because it's not really out there. So I hope this one really
Oh, it will. This is good for
helps.
choices and decorators. It's through the roof.
What's the way deliverable? You're gonna deliver it to someone,
Yes.
so it's gonna be like a wow, it's kind of cool because you don't normally don't see it. You
I
always
want to
see it with
call it
teeth.
bling at a whole new level, Blanca. Okay.
Oh,
The
what is
bling.
that?
I want to call it bling at a whole nother level because you're adding on to the balloons, and that's what you're doing with this, right? So
Yes, yeah,
yeah,
correct. Yeah. So I just wanted to bring something different to the table and see if it
it's
helps
very
you make
different.
money. The way you saw, right? I already showed you.
Yes.
But if it makes you money and it keeps you away, because right now we have a large competition. I don't know wherever you're at. We have so
Yeah.
many new people in the industry, and like I
They don't
said,
know how to
everybody's doing.
price. They don't know a lot of stuff.
There,
Right.
this is why I invite people to come to the convention because one thing too, we have a marketing instructor that's going to be showing us about marketing, which
Yeah.
really you don't see that you will have to pay a high dollar to go to a marketing class. So you have it, that would be if it's not for me, come to this marketing class, it's really going to help you in your business. Um, so I think that we can like we're gonna go back. If people take classes from YouTube, you cannot compare learning from YouTube and learning from an actual in-person convention. It's different. I think for
Yeah.
YouTube, we could use it to as a refresher or to maybe like learn a new idea that maybe you're not aware of it, but to actually practice and learn it is better in hands-on and in person. Yeah.
Well, it's an investment in you on so many levels. There's other things you learn, plus the relationships, as you said, and all that too. And you're right. I mean, it's a whole nother level of stuff. So thank you for
Yeah,
saying.
talk about relations, networking, right? We
Yes.
get to
Yes.
get, yeah, we have, I mean, I think I've met so many wonderful people there from all over,
Oh yeah.
so also that's diverse, we have
Yes.
OHs, that's for sure. We don't discriminate, OHs, all
Right.
colors, everything.
Definitely.
Everybody's welcome,
Yeah.
So that's why I like the convention because more community is more like we take care of each other. I feel
Yes.
confident to call someone if I need help with. uh, doing a twisting character, I could call anyone and they're not going to tell me, no, I don't know who you are. I'm not going to help you. I know that I have people which do help with ideas or how to do it, or they
Yeah.
show me.
We call that the serendipities because we live a life of abundance, and the folks that we connect with, not to say there's anything wrong with selling things or whatever. Of course, we all have to sometimes make extra money, and there's nothing wrong with that. But people here are already, they're not, most are not trying to make money off other balloon people. They're just trying to help. And that's how Nick says it. And I agree with him. And that's why people are
Yeah,
successful. So,
yeah.
people are not afraid because they want to better, but then those relationships, Blanca knows, I talk to her, she talks to me, bounce things off. She might call Ken
Mhm.
Stillman, bounce things off of him.
Yes, I mean,
Different
okay,
people.
Cancer, he is
Yes.
my, legend there for sure. Now you brought Ken in, I remember when I met Ken, wow, this was a couple of years ago, right? And I mean, I was inspired by his art. I was like, oh my gosh, I he does that with, I call them skinny balloons back then. It's skinny balloons, or
Right.
you can create that. Later on, when I started teaching, I tried to mimic his princess in one of my classes. Oh my gosh, sorry, Ken. I did give you credit for that, but
Yeah,
it didn't come out nothing like yours. But I was inspired by his creation.
of
And so
course.
he is one of my inspires.
Yes. Awesome. Awesome.
And
Great,
he's
Blanca.
awesome though.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what I learned. My first technique, the distortion, was Ken. The distortion, technique, it's his. And now everybody
Yes.
knows that. He's the creator of the distortion. Give him
Yes.
credits. Thank you, Ken.
Yes, 100%. I know. There's always new people learning distortion, but everybody thinks it's such a. I mean, we've been doing that for many years,
For many
which is
years,
great.
yeah,
Many years.
differently, but I think he's the one that we used to use his technique and
Yeah.
a lot of techniques from Ken.
Yes.
So he is, like I said, he's our legend, and let's not forget that.
Yes.
Sometimes we forget where the techniques come from, but if credit that person.
Of course.
It feels good. It feels good that, hey, that
Yeah.
you were able to help the person grow that business,
Right.
because this little small idea or technique, you were able to make money from their idea. So
Right.
I always say, like, let's be thankful and grateful, and
The moral of the story is we all
acknowledge
learn from
them.
each other, right?
Yes.
And that's it. So that's awesome. So, anything else you want to add on about Bling Bling Jam, about your experience there and why people should come, what you feel if they haven't yet, registered, and that's within person or virtual replays, they can still can do that. Anything else you want to add on?
Well, I think I said it all, right? You're going to learn a lot.
Yeah.
You're going to learn from the organic to distortion to, just marketing.
Right.
Yeah, you're gonna have a fashion show. How cool is that? I love a
Yes.
fashion show. I
Are
think
you
that's one
making
of
a
my
dress?
favorite. Huh?
Are you making a dress this year?
I
Do some dresses
don't know
again?
yet. I
Okay,
always do
okay.
it at this
That's
other moment.
okay.
I don't
You
know
did a
yet.
great dress last time, a couple years back. That was
And
great.
yeah, so I mean, I think I learned my top, what is it, my model talent there.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I have another
So
question. What is the
yes.
purple elephant all about behind you?
What is it? I just like him. I think he's
Is that your
cute.
logo? Oh, okay. I wasn't
Huh?
sure. I wasn't sure if it was part of the
It
purple.
matches my logo.
Oh, it
He's
does. It does. I
adorable.
wasn't sure if he was your
I
mascot.
like elephants.
Oh, perfect. I thought he was your
And I
mascot.
like flamingos. I think
Yes.
they're, yeah. So
Yes. Very cool. Love it. Love it. Love it. Sorry, I had to ask you that. So
what do you
awesome.
think you like?
It's great.
You want to see him more close up or what?
Sure. We'll show everybody before we go.
My little, I'm caged up.
Oh yeah, he's a graduate. Oh, very nice. Okay, you guys. So you see, when you guys want to treat the teacher, her gifts are purple elephants.
Hey, they do
For
exist,
your
right?
collection. I know. We're
It's
just
like
having fun.
it's like when I was a child, I thought unicorns were real.
Yeah.
So I always thought that they existed. So I believe in unicorns too.
Right, right,
And purple elephants.
right. Very
And
cool.
pink
Very cool.
flamingos. What is it they do are real.
Yes. So funny.
Yeah, but yes, I would just say register. It'll be fun. We have a lot going on. We have new instructors. Can't wait to learn from them. And sometimes we learn new techniques. Sometimes we just meet new people. So whatever it is, just register. It'll be fun.
Awesome.
And
If they
thank
can't
you,
make it
Steve.
this year, do virtual. We'll see you next year. That's it. It is what it is. We have a good turnout already for this year, so we're excited. And unfortunately, the room block has ended, so you're gonna have to just call. But
Yeah,
there's only some room left if you do it soon. And again, we're so excited, Blanca, to have you back. Thank you so much
thank
for
you. Thank
sharing.
you. I'm looking
And you
forward to it
guys,
again.
make sure that you give her some shout outs and show her some love on YouTube and comments, and make sure to
That's
subscribe
love.
and to click on the notification so you get more information on your favorite teachers at Bling, along with a whole much new stuff coming on this station. So stay tuned and let's bling it on. See you guys all really soon. Over and out. Thank you, Blanca.
Bye.